Tony was shocked to discover that the woman took off her clothes every night, then dripped candle wax onto the tattoo on her back, and she received mysterious packages every day. Inside were not only piles of adult toys, but even live snakes in ghost money. This made the neighbors believe she was a prostitute, so they always looked at her with disgust, and would scatter glutinous rice on her whenever she passed by to ward off bad luck. The new volunteer Tony was very curious when he saw this, so he asked an old neighbor lady about who the woman was. The old lady said she was a bar hostess, and that anyone who heard her say that sentence would be scared to death on the spot. She killed her mother at birth, and caused her father to become disabled. But Tony didn't believe any of it. Wanting to find out the truth, he secretly followed the woman. When he arrived quietly at her place, he saw strange purple light flickering inside the house, along with weird noises. Just then, the woman casually threw a bag of something outside. Tony rushed over to check, and was so terrified by what he saw that he collapsed to the ground. Inside were dead small animals. As he was about to leave, he suddenly heard a man crying for help from inside the house. Without thinking, Tony dashed in, and was stunned by what he saw. The woman was lying disheveled on her father's bed, with the father's hands tightly tied up. Tony immediately asked if her father was okay, but the woman ignored him, and calmly asked why he was there. Tony quickly explained that he was doing in-home health assessments, and needed to take photos for reporting purposes. After hearing this, the woman quietly picked up a metal basin and walked toward the man. This left Tony at a complete loss. Then the woman walked out with a cold expression. While Tony was taking photos for the assessment, he noticed the strange purple glow coming from a room. He was instantly drawn to it. The woman quickly tried to stop him, but Tony was determined to find out the truth. When he opened the door, he was frozen in fear by what he saw. A black snake was hanging in the room. Tony stepped back in terror. Seeing how scared he was, the woman calmly walked in, picked up the black snake and placed it in another room, saying if he wanted to take pictures he could go right ahead. Tony was about to refuse, but the woman gave a sinister smile, grabbed his shirt and pulled him inside. What he saw next made his skin crawl. The room was filled with countless animal specimens. The dead animals gave him chills. Then he noticed another door in the room, but the woman said it wasn't a door, it was a painting. Tony walked up in confusion to take a closer look, and was shocked to see the painting was made entirely of ghost money. He reached out to touch it, but the woman stopped him, and coldly warned him to leave immediately. Tony felt awkward, and quickly left the house, but just as he stepped outside, he bumped into the old neighbor lady and her grandson. Seeing Tony coming out of the house, the lady nervously asked if the woman had said that sentence to him, because hearing it would instantly scare a living person to death. Seeing Tony was fine, the old lady turned to take her grandson home for dinner, but when she looked back, the boy had mysteriously vanished. Tony immediately helped search. Just then, the strange noises came from the woman's house again. For the child's sake, Tony braced himself and opened the door once more, and saw the woman dripping candle wax onto her back. The tattoo on her back was exactly the same as the one on the ghost money door painting. The woman also noticed Tony standing outside the door. Tony quickly explained that the boy was missing, and her door was open, so he thought to come in and look. The woman said the boy was in the room, and that room was a place that brings happiness. If he wanted to find the child, he would have to go in with her. Then she said the legendary sentence that could scare people to death.